Straight up, Mahindra Lifespaces announced its Q3 earnings results today. The company's profit stood at 7.74 crore rupees, despite seeing a muted growth when compared to the first two quarters. My colleague Disha Shah also caught up with Anita Arjundas, MD and CEO at Mahindra Lifespaces, and spoke to her about the company's performance and their new projects. Listen in.
So if you look at residential sales, YTD has performed well. We've had a 17% growth YTD on residential sales, which is one launch during the last 9 months, as opposed to 4 launches last year during the same period. And so that's been a good number on an overall basis. The quarter, however, was muted. Definitely a bit of slowing down in terms of pickup across markets. No specific market that I could point out. But Q3 was definitely not a festival quarter in that sense, and Q1 and Q2 actually performed better than Q3.
So talking about Mahindra Lifespaces, current projects and also upcoming projects, so how the sales have been fared on that front? If you talk about Happinest project in the affordable housing space, so how the sales have been fared on that front?
So Happinest has seen a steady rate in terms of sales. We've sold today about 1,000 units between the two projects, which is just a little over a year since the project was launched. Both the projects were launched. And to that extent, they've been clocking regularly about, say, 20-25 units a month from Happinest perspective. We've recently picked up our third land parcel for Happinest in Palghar, in Maharashtra. We've just about completed designs for that project. We picked up the land in December, and so we will be going into the approval process now. So that's the third project from the Happinest front that we should see coming out into the market as soon as approvals are in.
So talking about you had acquired 3 land parcels in Mumbai. So first project you have launched is Vivanta. Talking about what about the next 2 projects, when we will see that?
Yeah, so we had 3 acquisitions connected to Mumbai in the last couple of years. One was an outright purchase in Andheri East. The other was a joint development in Sakinaka, and the third was again an outright from a perspective of Kandivali. We now have the first project getting launched. In fact, it was pre-launched in December, launched today. That's Vivante in Andheri East. Has met with an exceedingly good response at the pre-launch stage. Well over 70% of the units in the first plot have already been blocked by customers, and we should be in a position to actually complete the first plot sales in the next couple of months, thereby getting ready to actually launch plot B of Vivante. The second project, which is in Sakinaka, will get into a launch stage sometime next year. We currently are in the midst of getting our approvals, so as soon as the approvals are done, we hope to see a launch in the next financial year. And the third, Kandivali, is still at an early stage.